Hey, what's up? This is Myron here, man. How you doing? Shouts out to all my followers. I think I'm up to 240 now, man. Some of you know me from when I was doing all the reviews on 80-inch subwoofers. In particular, I was known as the man with the X8 V3s. I gave them their little names and stuff. And I had all of them. I tested a lot of 8s, man. A lot of 8s. But recently, I gave the mindset that there's no replacement for a displacement. So I went with a bigger sub and started working with 10s. Because I can put them inside my vehicle. I can build an enclosure where they can fit inside my vehicle. So I said, hey, I'm going to go ahead and step it up, work with larger subs. With that being said, man, my first video I did the XFL, the 2 XFLs. And they're good. Now, everyone knows about the performance of the XFL. It's nothing new. It's a great sub. It's very well priced. You can get them for $169. But I wonder if that's the old VXL. Because mine, even though I did get it for a very fair price, $169 as well, mine I've seen listed for $239. And that's the one, mine are the ones with the rib surround. The old XFLs by American Base had the smooth surround. Mine have the rib and slightly larger basket. I think the old XFLs were 10.4, the newer 10.8. Well, enough about that. This video mainly is about why the DB Drive. I've been very intrigued with the DB Drive series subwoofers ever since I bought them 2 G5-8s. And when I bought them 2 G5-8s and put them in, I was surprised by the performance in that they were as loud with less power as the X8 V3. And as I added more power, they got louder. And in my opinion, and I'm just using strict EO meter based on the effects I see and just how it sounds, particularly on the lows. For the price, you can get them for like $150. Those G5-8s were superior, in my opinion, than the X8 V3s. For one, because they were cheaper and gave you the same output and performance. I used to be a sundown nut hugger, particularly with the 8s. And I still say that Jacob Fuller changed the game as far as 8-inch subwoofers with the SA8 version 1.5. Everybody took notice, and at the pinnacle of that is the X8 V3. Now everyone has caught up. But I'm not getting paid by no one to do my opinions on subs. So with that being said, when I got that from my boy, the distributor I get them from, I seen this right here, this DB Drive G510. It looks just like the G5-8. It's just way bigger. And I was like, man, that is one sexy sub. Y'all those of us that look at subwoofers like that, we were like, man, you know what I mean by sexy. Very intriguing. And I was like, man, if I ever run a larger sub, I'm going to get that joker, man. And what I pulled the trigger on it. Once I found out I could put 10s in my application, my vehicle, and it could work, I put the two 10s in, but I was like, yeah, it's loud because I know how to build boxes, so of course it's going to be loud. I wanted to go back to running 1 because I like the shock factor. I like to pull up on guys with larger subs, especially when I had the 8s, and have them thinking I had a larger sub, and then when I told them, no, it's just this, they were like, huh? Well, that's what I plan on doing with the 10. I'm not going to run 2 10s. I'm just going to run 1 and see how they perform. So I said, I'm going to go back and get this DB Drive G5, and it's not big over here in the States. It's big in South America. It's big over in Spain, other countries. They are known in the SPL, particularly IASCA arena. But they're here in America, everybody wants Sundown, DC Audio, Scar, DD, Digital Designs. They're not well known, but they make a very good product. And that's why I'm going to show you in this little video just how well built this little tank is. And then in subsequent videos, you will be able to, I asked you to put your earphones on and listen to it inside the systems you already have. So you can see just how deep and rich this bass comes from this subwoofer. This is their G5 series. I think it's at the top of the game. I know they got a 5K series or something like that. It goes 12 and 15. But as far as this is the largest and most powerful 10 that I know, the G5 series. It has a ceramic motor. What I particularly like is how deep. I don't know if the camera gonna show that. This joke is hefty too. It's about 40, 45 pounds, man. How deep the top plate, how high the top plate and the bottom plate are. Dual slugs, but it's a large. I mean, the motor is not overly high like a XSFL or other motors. The motor's just slightly smaller than the cutout. So we look at it. The cutout is 9.4. I think the motor is 9 1/4. So it's not high. It's wide. Design was used also by other manufacturers like Crossfire. The Crossfire, some of their subs they have on the C7 subs when they had that line for they discontinued it. They had the wide motors. So it's got dual spiders. I hope that dual space spiders. Let me show it. Dual space spiders. Let me see my video. Okay. Dual space spiders. And what I noticed what I see is that they're not as close together as, say, the XFL 10. The XFL 10, the spider, you can reach your finger in like that and pinch it, and you can pretty much make the top spider touch the bottom spider, because the XFL has dual spider as well. But these are spaced at least a half an inch, man. At least half an inch, man. You cannot, like I'm pushing now with my index finger and my pinky finger, and they're not touching. They're not touching. I can't make them touch without possibly injuring the spider. And so they're spaced at least half an inch. The one on the bottom is not as stiff as the one on top, which makes sense because the one on the bottom would have to go farther on the upstroke. So I guess it helps with the linearity. The X-Max is 25 millimeters linear. That's what's gonna stay inside the top plate, inside the gap. The FS on this sub, I believe, is 39, which, that's where it's gonna have the least resistance with power. So, but it plays the lows. Oh my God. Oh man. And one thing I like about DB is that they give you, and that's what's on the G5 I noticed as well. They give you a lot of cone area, man. I might put a video, maybe I put another video up where it shows the cone area for the end from here to here, just across the surface. On this joker here is 7 3/4 inches. That's just cone area. 7 3/4 of an inch. Whereas on XFL, in fact, I got the XFL right here. Whereas on XFL, the inner from one end to the other is just 7 inches. So you get a full 3/4 of an inch more in the G5. What else? Oh, big thin tinsel leads. Some people like the direct leads. I don't really think it made that much of a difference. They could have made the terminal leads a little thicker. Would mean except 4 gauge, they accept 8 gauge wire well, but they could have made it. Could have accepted a 4 gauge, but it's got a RMS rating of 1500, max of 3000. I have mine on a BDCP 1500. Rock Fosgate. I love Fosgate power. They help box rise. So even when my own, as Wilford plays and the own will go up, I'm getting very close to the wattage that I think I'm getting, because this is a D2, so I'm got it riding down to 1 ohm. I like the surround. There's nothing special about the surround. I mean, it's common. It's not overly high. It's not overly fat, taken away from the cone area. And my thing now, I really like cone area more than I like the any cell with a mega roll. I really like the cone area. I want cone. I'm gonna stick to the same principles that maybe DD uses, Crossfire uses, Fire uses. Not bashing on one that likes the mega roll, but to me, I want the cone area. That to me that generates the most SPL. You don't have to get that many drivers to get loud when you have cone area. The dust cap, I'm not overly thrilled with, but I can get used to it. It's a plastic duct cap. I mean, most of them are plastic. I just don't like the D. Maybe they took all these words out and just put DB there, and G5 would be better. But this part here, the drive part, I think they could have just left that out, man. But it's double stitched. The surround is double stitched to the cone, as you can see. You know, it shows you that. What else got to talk about here? The basket, 6 spokes basket. With the let me see. I know the inner from one end to the surround in the center across the other 7 3/4. I would have to say the spider is right at 8 inches. 8-inch spider on this 10. What else can I say about this sub besides what I like, man? What I really like about it. I mean, they're gonna see videos. The tensor leads are nice and thick. They're sewn into the top spider. I can't show you this. If I put the light down here, it's gonna. Now you ain't gonna be able to see anything on the camera. But the triple joint where the spider connects to the voice coil former, which connects to the cone itself. Oh man, where it connects to the cone itself, it is nice. It is. I mean, this is a well constructed. My wife's playing with me, man. This is a very well constructed. It's like a little tank, and the output. As I show you these videos and outputs, y'all gonna be really, really amazed at this output. This output is just ridiculous. It's for what it is. Saying for me 110, the sound is just incredible, and it's a beefy look. Let me see. I don't want to disconnect it. Maybe I can put this back. This is when you look at it side by side, the XFL is not small by no comparison. The XFL is not small. However, it's just a little bit more girth to the DB Drive. Just a little bit more. And I would say this. As far as heat dissipation, might be the same. I mean, I would give the edge to the DB Drive because it's a little bit beefier. When you look at the two side by side, man, you feel like the DB Drive is going to outperform. I mean, you just feel like the DB Drive is going to clown the XFL. And in my opinion and what I've seen, it does, man. I love the XFL. I got 2 of them, but will I get 2 of these? Like I said, I'm only on 1 sub now. But man, I can't stress enough how this G5 sounds, and they're not trying to kill you on price. Like I said, I used to be a sundown man, and I'll put this up against a U10. Easy. SA10 shouldn't even. SA10 it won't get in this boy mix, man. Not badging sundown, but this boy here, the accuracy. I don't like all that people. I'm throw all the power we can handle. I want output. I don't care I want output. I don't care about it handling a shit ton of power. Does the output increase when the power goes up? If it's just handling the power and turning the heat, but the output's not getting any louder, what's the fucking point? What's the point? Seriously, what is the fucking point? Once the sub reaches X max, anything else you give it out of that where it reaches X mechanical, anything after that is just heat. You just tearing the sub up and able to tell everybody, hey, I got 5,000 watts on it, but it ain't getting no fucking louder than the dude that got 2,500 watts on it. So I make this video, man, because I'm really amazed and surprised, impressed by it, and just stay tuned and check out the other videos that I put up on this feed while I'm running this DB Drive G5. Later.